White House has reportedly given an ultimatum to Egypt. Accept between...
This post is from quite a long time ago, but I want to bring up something extremely important on why I'm very happy Trump did this. Let me be clear. There's one country in the Middle East who's to blame for every madness since its founding. I could since Israel's re-establishment. And here is my answer. The country is not Israel, not Jordan, not Lebanon, not Syria, not Iraq, not Iran, not Saudi Arabia, not UAE, not Qatar, not Kuwait, not Yemen, not Oman, not Somalia. There's one country, and that is Egypt. Egypt is the ultimate founder of this false narrative that has been penetrated for years since its founding. Egypt founded the Muslim Brotherhood. That was in the 1920s, before the reestablishment of the State of Israel. So let's just keep in mind, terrorism on the borders of Israel already started a while back in Egypt. They started a war with Israel, and they didn't take accountability for that terrorism. Here we go with another news. They started the war with Jordan and many other countries in 1948. And they got the Gaza Strip. Then they started again with Israel in 1956 with the Suez Canal crisis. That's 2. Were they taking accountability? No. Number 3, they founded, the biggest con artist in the world. He must be extremely famous. His name is Yasser Arafat. Now, don't make as if he's Palestinian. Let me be clear. Yasser Arafat was born in Egypt. So just keep in mind, this Palestinian liberation is a penetrated lie that was founded in Egypt. You heard me clearly. It started in Egypt. This whole narrative of stolen land. It was founded by a man named Yasser Arafat. Here's another reason. So they started this ideology just to call for the destruction of the state of Israel, because they knew they can't militarily defeat Israel, despite the fact they're in denial about it. Here is another piece of news. After that founding of the PLO and all the other Palestinian fractions, there's more to the story. You also get 1967. They were not supposed to be blocking shipping in the Suez Canal. They started a war with Israel in 1967, and boy, were they blown and humiliated. They still haven't taken accountability for that. And then they start with Israel again in 1973. And all of a sudden in 1979 decided to make peace. But I do want to add still something fundamental that people are not talking about. Egypt is continuing to penetrating this lie of Palestine to create more death and more terrorism. Now let's go 1987. The H terrorist group, Hamas. Here's an important historical information. That terrorist group was also founded technically in Egypt. Many of their leaders technically were born in Egypt. You know why? Because when they were born, the Gaza Strip was not part of Israel. Well, you look at that. So Egypt is to blame for many of these terrorist fractions. And Hamas became a branch from, you guessed it, the Muslim Brotherhood that developed within the PLO. So yes, here's more information that Egypt's to blame for. Egypt had many tunnels going in and out of Gaza for years after Israel left the Gaza Strip in 2005. They have not actually done anything about it, despite the fact their border is much stronger than Israel's, but no one wants to talk about it because we love to blame the Jews. That being the case, why were they allowing that? Why was Egypt allowing the terrorists going in and out, building up tunnels? They supported the October 7th massacre. Boom. Wow. Congratulations, Egypt. You are the justification of a terrorist. What have you done for your people in Palestine, in the Gaza Strip? That's your people. Nothing. You forced them to stay in the Gaza Strip. Who does that? If people want to leave, they should leave in the middle of a war. So you know what? Thank you, Mr. President Donald Trump, for getting Egypt to have accountability. You know, Egypt, it's time for you to have accountability for what you've done. For years, you started the PLO, which is designated a terrorist organization since 1988, I believe, by Israel and United States. Let me just be clear about that, because they murdered Israelis and Americans. So yeah, you are the number one founder of terrorism until the Islamic regime was founded in 1979. Congratulations, Egypt. The only thing you've done is made the situation worse in the Middle East by continuing to penetrate the stupid Palestinian conflict. And that's why there is no peace, because of you. You started the mess, and it's time for you to get accountability.